Hello again, everyone. So in this lesson, we're going to talk about pipes in Angular. All right. So we can define an Angular pipe feature briefly. And, well, I'd say simply as filtering or conversion. So the pipe process can be defined as sending a value or data into pipes, processing these values, and generating a new value according to the transformations in itself. So the data we receive may not always be in the form that we want to use. So in cases like that, we'll need to take action on that incoming data. Also, apart from pipes in Angular, it can be written in private pipes. For example, we may want all the letters of a word to be upper or lowercase. Well, in cases like that, we can get help from pipes. Now, to see the pipes defined in Angular itself, I'll just open up the Angular homepage. I'll open up an API list from here and write a pipe into the search bar. So look, there are already existing pipes that we can use. For example, there's a title case pipe for capitalization or decimal pipe for numeric data. So now let's examine the use of a few of these pipes, huh? So we'll define some variables in our TS file. Now their type is string and number. So I have defined our variables. Now let's have a look at the use of pipes in templates. So first of all, I want to use our string variable. So I'll get the variable with the string interpolation. And now let's see the first writing. So I'm copying this, and the initial value is all lowercase. So I'm going to do a pipe sign for this, and then I'll write lowercase. Then I want the initials to be capitalized. I'll write the sign again for this, and this time I am typing title case. So now when we look at the changes, as you can see, there are the different formats. So yeah, it really is that easy to use existing pipes. So now let's say that we want to do some number formats. So we'll print this number and do it in a number format. We see that the number is written in, well, certainly an easier way to read. So now I want to format a number with a decimal. So when I print this number in a number format, it prints like this. But I want to print it in a different format. So I will write the format that I want to print in single quotes. So let's say that I want this number to have 3 digits after the comma. So for this, I'll write 1.3-3. And actually here is the part that displays the minimum number of digits and the maximum number of digits after the comma. And as you can see, there are 3 digits after the comma. And if we change this to 2, it rounds the numbers and writes 2 digits. All right, so you may be thinking, but it doesn't matter because I want to show it to you anyway. Let's say that I want to write a date format. So I'm writing, you know what? No, let's assign today's date to a variable that's a number. So I'll print it normally. So I'll also print it in date format. And now look, the first value is a little meaningless to us, right? It wrote milliseconds. Well, here it wrote in this format. So yeah, let's examine this pipe here. So to do this, let's review the Angular homepage. So I'll start examining pipes from here, and I'm looking for date formats. So now when we use a short date, the result will be written in this format. Or when we write medium, it will be written in this format. And this is how you can actually write it in a longer format. So instead of writing medium, we can define it to be long like this. And the result will be the same again. Now, it's already defined this way in Angular. We can always use a shortcut. So looking at this from here, these letters indicate the month, year, date, or time. For example, we'll use the short date format, and we'll write it briefly. And we'll write the long use, like here. And as you can see, they both give us the same result, right? And we can always write something different if we want to here. For example, let's only add the month and day information. Or we can always add the time information here. All right, so you can play around with that yourselves. So that's how you use pipes. I want to see you in the next lesson.